We are live.
Huh?
We're live, yes.
We're live? All right, good morning. Oh, an unusual morning in show history. I don't think we've ever had somebody else in the room, a producer, watch. I don't know. Gus is, nobody happier than Gus to talk about himself. Am I?
I think he's going to be heavy in this documentary.
Yeah, it feels like he's going to be, it's like an American movie. Gus is going to be like, what's his face? Well, quick show, I think. We're just doing basically a show because the documentary people are filming us for the game, I think, right? Nothing to talk about, I don't think. Do we have anything to talk about, Justin? How was the plaything
Shootings
concert?
are not.
I don't want to talk about shooting, you retard. Unless you're involved in it, I don't have any desire to talk about it. Justin looks nervous about being filmed. You look nervous almost.
It's a big day.
It is?
Well, it's first day without Cullinane, and then
We've done many shows without Dave over the
I know,
years.
but
This
still
is really the
nervous.
first.
And you're staying in the old seat, huh?
Well, it's because the problem is that the computer's here, and my eyesight isn't great,
Okay.
and so like if I'm over here,
Gotcha,
I really
gotcha.
can't see anything.
Oh, okay, I got you.
So
Justin, by the way, as a VIP Blink 182
yes,
pass on his which one on your not on your visor
on my rear view window,
yeah, which is kind of
rear mirror,
yeah, which is pretty impressive, honestly. I don't know.
yeah,
Actually,
no
pretty
big
good.
deal. I got to meet Blink 182 in 2019.
Is Travis Barker there?
Yeah, I got to tell him. I got to say, hey man, I'm really happy you're healthy.
Did they think it was your last? Were they happy you were healthy?
Was he healthy?
No.
What was wrong with him?
He's had blood clot issues and stuff. He had to cancel a bunch of concerts, and I said, "Hey man, I'm really happy you're healthy." He said, "Hey man, I really appreciate that."
Oh,
I was
good.
like, so he probably remembers me.
How was the show this weekend?
It was good. They were great. They were
Yeah.
great. I wasn't feling great, but it was.
No?
It was. Yeah. It was.
How come?
I had a cough going. And stuff.
How do you feel now?
Feel good. Feel
You
good.
seemed okay yesterday.
Yeah, but no, it was a great show.
And
And then
Montante reporting the show last night or no?
I don't think he went.
He just didn't go?
Yeah, I don't think so.
Oh, he said the broads go, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And
That's
but
interesting.
Guess how much the concert tickets were last night? If we
All right, I'll guess. Why not? I think I put the shooting talk aside.
right into his web.
This was in
Prudential
Meadowlands
Center.
or Newark.
Yes,
Okay. Good seats.
decent seats. Yeah.
$4.12.
$1.
What? I was
Yeah.
being sarcastic. $1?
$1.
That's not good.
before fees and stuff. But
Why?
Because I just think they
StubHub, they were just dumping.
Oh.
yeah, Game Time. Yeah,
Game Time app, of course. Well, Game Time, we're a Game Time company. Well, there's I see. I follow a couple of Twitter accounts which I'm very interested in that report on this. Like the concert prices are out of control, and finally, I think people are now revolting.
Good.
So even they don't want to go, but I think if they were giving them at a reasonable price, it'd be pretty good sales.
Right.
Yes.
You know, like $300 for look. God knows I'm no communist, but $400 for eventually that does cap out.
Well, that's the problem. When they first go on sale, they're so high.
Right.
That people, either scalpers buy them because they think they're going to go higher.
Right.
It's the Taylor Swift effect and the Bruce Springsteen effect.
Yeah, a lot of that with Bruce for sure. His crowd, and I try to tell these people like, just relax, wait, be patient. You know, Game Time will hook you up eventually. But people, it is like almost mean. Like especially Bruce hadn't toured in like 6 years, so these people were like, I'm gonna miss out. They spent $780 on a ticket at the fucking Fleet Center.
This would be bad for the music industry overall.
Yes.
Then you start to lose regular people.
Absolutely, yeah. I think they've again with inflation. When I saw Springsteen in '92 with my buddy Jim say in Boston, I bet our tickets were $28. In today's what's that? $52, $60. It's not $700.
Right.
So I don't know. What's your thought on that, Gus?
I mean, the last concert I went to was Boston Calling, and that was pricey.
How much was that?
I think it was like 100 and something for the day.
That's like a
And that's not
Yeah.
bad,
Oh.
actually.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, but it's still
You couldn't pay me $1 billion. I couldn't go to a Boston Calling all day. No fucking chance. No chance. Well, I'm sure you got it good. You're probably drugged out of your brain.
I most certainly was.
No, Gus took the day off for practice yesterday. Still healing from a couple injuries, but he'll be
Yeah,
ready.
I'm
Rico's from every college campus in America. It's like a content thing for him. So
Congratulations, you can dribble with both hands.
yeah,
good
great.
for you.
Yeah, congrats. It'd be hard to dribble with a blown out ACL though, right, Gus? Yeah.
He talks. Oh, I would have been I should have shot more. If I stepped on that court, you were walking off. So it's like you
you're a
weren't going to
pussy.
shoot well.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
If Rico opened his door and Gus was walking down the street, would he go back inside? Like, does the fear run that deep?
I think he probably has like a panic room.
Yeah.
Where he goes and he just doesn't. He's like, just let me know.
locks
Like,
himself
yeah,
up.
I'll be back. Like, I'm in for 10. He's got enough food for 10 years. Freaking soda with both hands right now. That's what my sources are telling me. So, who knows? I don't know. But yeah, I thought we had a good practice last night, Justin. I was very. We'll get to the news of the practice, but from a basketball perspective, I thought it was a very good, high intensity, Gus and Justin.
Yes.
Good practice. Everyone seemed focused. I was worried, because last game, obviously, we were playing for so much. For cinema, I was worried that motivation would be a factor this time. It's not. We're good. We locked in on something. We have something. We can go with it. The challenge for me now is, it's like Herb Brooks, though.
Right.
Like, it's, of course, the old thing is everyone forgets that wasn't the gold medal game. Now you got to find a way to motivate. Now we're playing the Russians again in the gold medal game. Like, we got to find a way to remotivate these guys. It's going to be my greatest coaching challenge and my greatest coaching success, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Especially with Clemmer strapped to you now.
Well, I mean, one of the great losers in history. Just a loser.
I didn't mean to do that. I apologize.
And last night was like, at the end of practice, Clemmer was doing, when I was younger, it was called Pete Newell's Big Man Camp. He was walking Justin through the post game, right,
I like
Justin?
that.
Are you rock hard?
He was.
Yes. He was. He's basically showing him like how to do this, and he doesn't know a fucking thing.
Oh, I
Doesn't know
disagree.
a thing.
He won a championship.
By the way, after Friday, Clemmer, Jeff, and I went to see F1. We had lunch before, and I was like, Jeff, for the fuck of it, because we would never have known. Give me the questions we would have got if we had played Brandon in the finals.
Yeah.
Clemmer missed the baseball
Oh,
question
no.
in that setting too.
Maybe he's got the yips now.
Maybe he knows nothing about baseball.
Well, he did for 1,000 days or whatever.
He did, but regular season.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. So I wonder now, is he just a loser?
He's like Chuck Knobloch. He can't make a throw to...
Right. That's what I say. It's like Steve Sachs. I thought maybe we'll stream the game against New York instead of playing it. Maybe then we can win.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
I would like that.
Mike will be watching.
Then I'll watch.
Sure. Yeah, I'll get Mike watch. Right? Yeah, I got a streaming beanbag, a streaming Coleman. The only no-show last night of the healthy players was Jack Coleman.
Yes.
Fresh off a partying weekend in New Jersey.
They're missing out. You see that video?
Oh,
He's got the mullet going.
he must have had 12 cocks that night. He looked like he was primed to fuck, I thought.
No.
Chop it up.
Was that Jack?
Chop it up.
There you go. Justin's on the drops, Mike.
High
like it.
sodium life there.
He's nailing it.
I know when Justin's going to do a drop, it's very subtle because he does this. Give me a drop, Justin. Go ahead.
I got you.
There you go.
They're pretty good.
His head,
That's
you can
so fucking dumb.
hear the sound of his head hitting the computer. So I thought practice was good. Intensity level was high. Scrimmaging was good. Ball movement, good. Like A+. Like a little sloppy with the turnovers, but those can be corrected.
Went over some things that we didn't just play. We went over some
Minor.
Yes.
Yeah, I was just kind of getting our something in a something. We're getting ready. Our something in a row. What am I thinking of?
Ducks in a row.
Ducks in a row. I was going to say knots in a row, which didn't make a lot of sense. But you can knot your shoes and line them up in a row.
Suppose.
Yeah, so I was doing that. So then we did some scrimmaging, then we took a little break, went over some stuff, then we got in a little 3-on-3 to finish up. And the final couple of games, maybe the final game, I think it was, playoff Pat Ford was in the game. And was in the corner, took a three-pointer, and missed the three-pointer by like 4 feet, like a 4-foot air ball. Terrible. Whatever, we laughed, no big deal. Took another shot and missed it. So I'm on the sidelines watching myself, Clemmer next to me. Clemmer's like, I guess he's the Matthew Fox guy, Matthew McConaughey in the movie where the plane crashed. With, remember,
We Are Marshall?
We Are Marshall, yeah. I think so. I don't know. I don't quite know who he is yet.
Okay.
Maybe he's that. Maybe he's the Jared Fogle to my Matthew McConaughey.
Interesting.
But he's getting heavier right now. So I don't know.
He's kind of fat now.
Yeah, he's a little fat. I think he'll be 300 pounds by the game, Clemmer. So he misses. So then Pat misses another three. And I hear a voice next to me say, he can't shoot. Pat can't shoot. Let him shoot. Turn, it was Brando. I said, get the fuck out of here. We don't talk shit about our own teammates. Right. Go, you're gone. Pack your bags. See the bricks? Start hitting them. Go. Start stepping, asshole.
What do you say to that?
Brando just stunk it up.
And then he was like, kind of like, looked at me like I thought he was joking, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if you witnessed this or not, Justin, if you were playing.
So I was getting interviewed, and I go, and I'm walking back, And I was like, here we go, Brando. And then he's like, I'm leaving apparently. And I was like, oh, okay. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You see it, Gus?
I heard it, and I did, at first I was like, "There's no way I just heard what I think he said." And then as you snapped out, I was like, "Yep, he fucked up." Why at that point? Like we're late to the game, late to the tryout. Like you're
Three
already
strikes.
on the hot seat.
3 strikes.
Like
You
your
said it,
team
Gus.
manager's there. Part of the team manager's job is to keep the morale up.
Yeah, you
and
don't shit on the guy. And then Pat had 2 big shots in practice. Had 2 big threes.
Yeah.
Guy showed confidence in me at 3s. So Brando has been removed as manager of the basketball team.
Wow.
He's been removed from the team chat. He's gone. Andy Mayo is now the elevated to lead manager of the team.
That's what I was going to ask. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this is a casualty of war. And I had a workshop it with the guys. And really the only person, if you think of what's the opposite of getting there on time, of Brandon not getting there on time and being positive about the show, there's only one guy. Mike knows him very well. He shared a bed with him many times. That's Nipples.
Oh,
Has to be. Nipples is going to be the new assistant manager of this team.
that makes sense.
I mean, there's no chance he won't be on time.
That does make sense. Yeah.
Yeah. They were asking me about nicknames. Like why is Beanbag Ron Beanbag? I was like, I think he throws like beanbags when he does.
We won.
It was the cornhole.
Yeah,
he won cornhole.
And I was like, Nipples is because he has like hard nipples. There's not a lot of thought put in these nicknames.
They're not that deep.
Don't go too deep in this. I think Nipples will do a good job.
Yeah.
Nipples will be at the game. Brando was there 45 minutes early. Nipples will be there 14, 15 hours early.
He's there
I
now.
think, for the game. Yeah. I started making a joke. I was like, I think Nipples applied the makeup to Cinema. Then I turned and Cinema's brother was there. I was like, was he at the wake or not, Kevin? I don't remember. I forgot he was on the team. But
He was there early.
Early.
Yes.
he was there before Cinema died. He's always just in case somebody dies.
On the spot.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
goes, he's like Steve. So I think it's a good choice. There was Rimo talk. But of course, Rimo doesn't want to work.
No, that's not a
He'd
good
straight
role
up
for
tell
him.
you that too. He'd
Right,
be like,
that's like-
I'm terrible for this job.
Rimo was there last night for no reason. I'm not sure why he was there other than he's just Rimo.
Get out of the sun.
Yeah. It was like 200 degrees in the gym. He was like thrilled. He put on a sweatshirt.
One point I turned over, I saw Rimo and Clemmer talking to each other, and I was just fascinated by what that conversation was.
I like that Gus himself, a circus freak, is interested in these 2 freaks. What freak is then looking at Gus looking at them?
There's always someone beneath you.
Right. That's true.
Rimo texted me during the practice, and I don't know what this means. He says, Kirk, Matt, Kevin, John, Cliff, Ron, Justin, Mick, Kevin from Bristol, Pat Ford, and Brando to go with Tim, me, and 2 Barstool cameramen. Kirk kicked me off the court.
Yeah.
I was like, very well said, Rimo.
Well, Rimo was like shooting hoops before. I'm like, Rimo, you're not on the team.
Not yet.
That's true. We'll see.
Not yet.
Can't add players. Part of the. We can add him to a staff. I mean, I think I call him a senior advisor to the front office.
He's got
I'd
like
say.
the Greg Popovich role.
Yeah, he's basically like Popovich at this point. Just kind of wanders around.
Nice.
So, yeah, and then after practice, I went and got a drink at one of the Pizza Hut place or something in the town, and a car comes by and just honks at me, going, "It's Rimo, just driving home." It's a little white car, just
8
cruising.
inches, but it was all smooth.
Yeah, he's just cruising by. So, I mean, I polled the team. I said, guys, this is not like just a me decision. I want everyone. Does anybody object to Brando being eliminated? Nobody raised their hand.
Wow.
No, right?
Yeah,
Nobody.
you're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
But is that because of intimidation? Or do you
I
feel
said,
they-
I was like, look, I want to hear a dissenting voice here. Somebody give me the case for Brando. Nobody.
There was only one case that we could have like made up that was like plausible, and that was Andy Mayo getting promoted.
That's what I said. I said, this is the thing that
That's
stinks
fair.
is, you're giving
Yeah.
Mayo a position of power. Manager of the basketball team.
Yeah.
And that's going to be a tough sight for the guys. But that's 3 strikes. Late for tryouts. Late for the game. Shitting on a player on the team?
I'm not sure he ever was interested in being team manager because I think his main duty as team manager was being on the pregame show.
Yeah, which he's now not going to. He's not part of that. He's not part of the
why?
pregame show. Because
Why hurt us
Right?
at home?
Brando was terrible on the pregame show. I
Was
thought.
Team
I don't
KMS or was that the Harlem Globetrotters, Ted?
Yeah.
He's good.
Yeah, he's good. He's out though. He's out. I mean, he's got a. I don't even think there's a path back.
It's too bad.
Yeah, I don't think.
You know what happens on your knees, Brando?
What is that?
I don't know. That's got to be from when I was on with him, I guess.
Like insinuating oral sex with
Well, I understood that. But, Jesus. What else? I'm trying to think what else from the practice last night. Mutt strolled in about a half hour late.
Yeah.
Gus, yeah.
But he's a big
fine.
star now.
Yeah, but that was expected. That's true. Yeah, he kind of gave off that air.
Yeah.
Everyone was good. Nothing was chippy. Just a good, tough, I think probably our best practice yet.
It was
Which was surprising. I was surprised.
The most people were definitely there at that practice. That was the most.
The cameras were there, you know.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I think it was a great practice. Played hard. There was worry at one point that one player got hurt, but he seems to be.
Yeah, beanbag run, rolled an ankle, but he's fine. Came back to practice. I was concerned. Everything stopped for a minute. He's a stop for a minute guy if he gets hurt, you know. So, but he said he's okay, and he was jumping around. He's probably climbing trees right now, so I think he's fine. But no, overall, I thought a good, solid. At one point was he's busy, folks. At one point when the practice was over, Clem walks over. He's like, I couldn't get a camera crew from when I was coaching. It's like Dave. Did you hear this or no?
No.
He's like Dave gets involved with his camera. I'm like, yeah, he owns a fucking company. He's Dave Portnoy.
He's also
Chris
like
Clemmer.
Yeah, he's a celebrity. He's an actual celebrity.
Yeah, you're a nobody, Clemmer.
And also, didn't they do an entire
Yes.
series where there was camera crews? It just wasn't
Who
live?
cares? Why does he care about shit like that? He's still so humorless about his fuck ups. And there's not spent 1 minute on geography yet. Not 1 minute.
Is that true?
Yeah.
He confirmed that?
Yeah, I asked him last night.
Oh, I don't like that.
I'm not surprised. Yeah.
So watch Animaniacs.
I thought at the same time Justin said it on the show where like it was hard for him to argue that he wasn't in a bad mood when he's like, you said, I hope you die in a plane crash. And Clemmer goes, why? Why would you hope that?
What else is going on?
Did it pain you to have to hold the camera?
No, I was amused by it. Because I got to watch up close, watch a Clemmer movie review up close, crouching. After I thought kind of boring F1. Okay. It was fine, but sort of endless.
How did he like it?
I think he liked it okay.
Jeff said it was all right, but he didn't like the ending.
Yeah, it was a bad twist at the end. It was fine. It was okay. It was a movie theater right over here, which I hadn't been to, the one in Watertown, the Arsenal Yard. Yeah, have you been there?
Oh, yes.
It's fine, right?
Yeah.
It's okay.
That's about how I would describe it.
Clemmer's like, this theater's great.
Oh, what is he like?
Talking up like it was like, I was like,
it's a nice little movie theater. I like that. It's small. And,
Yeah. Popcorn was not great. Yeah. Very salty. But yeah, Clemmer was like talking this, the classic Clemmer talking it up. Then we're having lunch and Clemmer's like, I gotta go out. He's like, I got a rat race call. I need to
He doesn't, does he do the thing where he's like, I gotta meet with some RR people?
Yeah, right. Oh, Jesus. But yeah, it was interesting to watch that. What else?
So you've been teasing for a while that Steve Robinson has some big news.
Has he announced it yet? I don't want to announce it before he does. So I saw him tweet a picture.
He didn't tweet about it.
He hasn't tweeted about it yet, but he did post on the Steve Stack.
Oh.
As maingoes.com.
As maingoes.com, correct?
Yes. And then he also announced it on like some radio station.
Oh, it was a very interesting guy. I like the guy talking to Steve was the perfect Steve.
Oh,
guy.
do we have the sound?
Aspect of our investigation that we felt needed to be incorporated into the film. And then in the meantime, I hooked up with Tucker Carlson, a Maine journalist that some people may be familiar with. And he invited me on his show to record a podcast episode about this, and afterwards offered to buy the documentary off us. And so today, later today, the film and the podcast will all be coming out and will all be available to your listeners. And if they follow us along at asmaingoes.com, which is the Substack page for the Robinson Report, they can sign up for email updates, or they can just, go to asmaingoes.com and see the updates because it's all free, none of it's paywalled, and they'll be there to see updates. And if they don't like Substack, they can follow us on Facebook.
Yeah, so he just gives all that, and then but Tucker did release a trailer for it.
Oh, he did?
It does not mention Steve once.
Really?
It'd be great if Tucker. It'd be great if Tucker
replaced him with himself.
Shot it.
Here's a story you probably haven't heard.
Am I a hero?
Chinese mafia is exploiting rural America to create a drug empire. This is not available on cable news. The network's not telling you about this, but it's totally real. Communist-affiliated drug gangs destroying parts of the United States, the parts that Washington ignores, to sell drugs, laundering money, and building a black market network inside this country's most beautiful but least served areas. We've got a brand new documentary on this. It's called High Crimes, the Chinese Mafia Takeover of Rural America.
Did he take a new name? Is that a new name or no?
Yes. So
imagine if Tucker just started saying that. He was like, Tucker's like, I started fucking when I'm 15. just does the whole thing.
Always go to a funeral.
Yeah, broke his back.
In the interview with the radio
Imagine
show,
the year I was driving around my Sprinter van.
Steve said, well, an earlier version of the film was screened at Saco.
Oh.
So I don't know. I think we might be the only people in the world to ever see that.
Yeah.
Literally. I will.
This is the Tucker cut.
I'm very. So this is what I've been teasing. This is a big deal. This is a big deal for Steve. I mean, Carlson Father's documentary. As always, I was something like, I'm a little pissed off with everybody involved.
Why?
I'll tell you why, Mike, since you asked. So it's not a big deal. So I'm very, very, very happy for Steve. This is a huge deal for Steve. But like a month or two ago, Steve was like, hey, Tucker's buying my documentary. Whenever I've said this, started teasing us on the show. Yeah. I said, fantastic. That's great news. He's like, hey, would you be willing to come up to where Tucker lives in Maine and do a podcast with him and talk about it? I'll produce it, whatever. I said, Steve, whatever you want me to do, I will do it. You name it, I'll do it. I'll go anywhere, whatever you want me to do. Great.
So he would have you and Tucker on his?
I don't know if it's on, I think it was going to be on this show. We were going to promote it and then maybe on Tucker's. I wasn't even really sure. Okay. I said, great, no problem. You tell me where, you tell me when, I'll do it. He said, great. Can you do July 3rd? In Tucker's place. I'm like, I'm off that week, but you want me to do it? Like, no problem. I could be in Maine anyway. I'll drive. Sure. I'll drive up. That's right, Justin. I'll drive up. I'll do it. Happy to do it. Tucker's helped out, did the thing for the 5K, which is very funny. Remember the Dave thing? Yeah. Seems like a good sport. So whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. Okay. Reaches out a couple of days later. Hey, it got canceled. Fine. No problem. Last week, Steve's like, hey, this is coming out next week. It looks like Tucker can do it now. Can you do the interview, go up to his place on July 3rd and do it? I was like, well, I'm already got something lined up, but all right, I'll move it around. I'll do it. So I had to move some stuff around. And so I'm like, great, locked in, done. It's pretty far up. Got a place around there for the night after, whatever, no problem. Gets back to me this morning. He's like, hey, you can't do it.
Oh, no.
I'm like, what the fuck, God man? Damn it. Jesus fucking Christ. Like, I'll be honest, I don't want to do it anyway, but I'm like, I hate that shit. I'm like, everything was booked. Like, don't be an asshole. Not Steve, whoever.
I was just saying, it's probably them fucking Steve.
Believe me, Steve is Steve's worst nightmare. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to, don't fuck me. I don't care. I don't want to fucking do it. So I'm annoyed because I had to move shit around. Now I can't. I'm like, oh, this is fucking annoying. But I'm happy for Steve.
Am I a hero? No. I just hate communism.
So this has just been, will Steve get wiped out of this documentary?
So he's in, so like when Tucker's
show
talking,
Steve
they're like, I think him and Tucker like walk around. I think there's like probably.
They just reshoot everything.
Well, they just redid it entirely?
I think there's like a Tucker's version of the documentary where like.
This is fucking insane.
Steve's version and Tucker's version.
Like,
wow.
Like Steve just, like the parts where Steve's by himself is just removed?
I think he's now replaced that with him like walking around with Tucker.
I mean, that might be smart from the perspective of getting people to watch it.
Yeah, it's a little as a documentary. It's a little like
sellout.
Not real though.
Yeah. Right.
I mean, they made a documentary.
Right.
That can't be true. I can't imagine they redid all that stuff. That movie was like 12 hours. It was endless. Jesus. Well, it's good for Steve. Like watched by a shitload of people, I would think.
So I said for Steve's like brand or whatever you want to call it, I think him being on Tucker's show is actually bigger than them. I just don't know how big Tucker's platform is, I guess, because Justin said I was way off.
Well, it's on Twitter only, right? Or no? Is that still?
Well, it's on a website. You can watch, but
it's huge, right?
He streams all.
So there are people that will watch that just because it's got Tucker's stamp on it.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh God, yeah.
That's why people watch
all Middle America.
Yeah. I think that's good for Steve. A lot of people guessed what it was. It wasn't that.
Yeah.
No, running for Senate, having a baby.
Having a baby was the big.
Yeah,
he was the leader in the clubhouse.
Yeah. No, I sat in this for a bit, but yeah. So, of course, I got jerked around. But what can you do?
I went to. I was going to retweet it when Justin said that trailer was out, so I went to Steve's Twitter, and sadly there was nothing there. The most recent tweet was just the Obama kids came out pretty decent for having degenerate ghouls as parents. It's like, I don't even know what the context is.
There you go. There you go. What else?
The war is over. It was a quick war.
You think it's over?
No, the Menners thing.
Oh, yeah. We proved our point. I wanted to get him to jump up and down and stomp his feet, and he did, and then we just pulled it back. Because he's like, every fucking video in history is removed. I'm like, is that true, Justin? He's like, no. So I got to put it back. But I'm not. I can't. If Kane's part of the network, I'm not. They may not care, but I will not do any shows. I won't cooperate. So, but they can do whatever they want, I suppose. I mean, good luck to them.
It was quick. He had a backup network ready to go.
There was a new channel. Yeah,
He did. It was what, the audio only, or
No, it was just another channel called the Minifan Network.
Oh, good.
That had 17 subscribers.
he went after you hard, huh?
Yeah, he pretty much just said, because I think like it's one of these things where it's like people are afraid to, like he's upset that picture this, it's Friday. You say, can we take down the network? Mm-hmm. I say, we can. You say, Justin, do it. And I said, Kirk, no. Think about this for a couple hours.
Menners needs his voice out there.
It's true.
Shut the fuck up. You have no idea what you're talking about. Hold off for a couple hours, then get back to me.
Well, I like
Wouldn't be the first time he's talked to you like that.
It's true. The
the tweet?
yeah. Well, I like the idea that he was like thousands of hours of those old Pat Gilroy episodes will be gone. Nobody can ever watch them again.
Mike and the Minifans gone.
That's true.
Yeah,
just wiped out.
Kirk and off, gone.
Gone. I didn't even think of that. That's a good point. Was your show on there, Gus? The one where you were the Puff one? Is that on
Gaming
there?
with Gus?
Gaming with Gus.
Gaming with Gus was pretty much, I think, just on the regular channel.
Oh, whew, okay.
Because
good.
I don't like
been
working
preserved.
with Menners is just not fun to work with.
It's a monster.
It's terrible.
Yeah, it's a fucking monster, Gus. What is it, Justin?
He called you,
You called me Portnoy, yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Wants an apology from me and Kane, especially me, about the jokes around the dozen. So,
First of all, Menners is inserting himself. I didn't care about Menners at all in this whole thing. I was talking about Kane.
right.
I don't care about Menners, that blimp.
Casualty of war.
Menners is getting so fat, too. Jesus. What's going on with him?
He's going through a tough time.
Why? I thought he was in a good spot.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm worried about him.
Like, if you're on the dating market, aren't you like supposed to kind of get like a little svelte, get in shape?
Yeah.
Take care of yourself?
He's got a girlfriend, though, right?
That could be.
I heard him say that. No, what's that?
They have completely fucked the OG channel. I think every video needs to be republished again. Every video for the last 6 years. Absolute morons in that studio from the host down. I almost blame Justin more because he must have known what this would do. And I just respond, this is your fault.
Are you saying someone grew on the hill or something? Or?
Go fuck yourself, you arsehole. I look forward to watching you fail miserably as lead producer. I hope Grow on the Hill still has a job for you.
There you go.
Has he apologized for speaking to you that way? Now that it's back up.
He did say, he's like, perhaps I went a little too hard.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't think so. Go all in, whatever. I admire the passion. The guy's passionate for his network.
Sure.
He's fighting for his people. But yeah, the war is over. For now, we'll see what happens with Kane, who is not going to be. We've lost the manager of the team. We've lost the official scorekeeper for the game. That could be a Rimo spot.
Could be.
But again, that's work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if it'd be great at these games. Not a lot of scorekeeping needs to be done, but.
He would stop paying attention.
Who fills in? Peter Minahan was a great scorekeeper. Like who's a numbers? What the hell?
Because he was an accountant. You said he liked to do
keep his name out of your mouth. Who can keep score? Do you think? Who would be a good scorekeeper? So my dad can't do it.
I would see Clemmer seems like a natural scorekeeper, but
he's
got a job to do.
Yeah. Clemmer's keep track of the fouls, guys, an assistant coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that.
Who's a good scorekeeper, Gus?
Who's
an analytical guy in the Minifan world?
I mean, we lost Shark.
It's a good point. It's great. There's always an answer, though. You know? There's always an answer. Usually, we've lost the answer, but yeah.
Yeah.
I would say like Billboard chart guy seems like he's. But he's not really like. I don't know if he goes to the games or not.
I was messaging with a Minifan about this new spring. I fell in love with one of the Springsteen albums this weekend. The Streets of Philadelphia sessions, unbelievable. And this guy's like, he's like, BBCC puts all of it on. Billboard chart guy used the acronym for it. I was like, okay.
That's what happens when you start to get big.
It's true. What's sad is I immediately knew he was talking about. Who would be a good? Think of like a good, calm, smart Minifan. Who?
Quidditch guy.
Yeah, but he's an arm waver though. He wanted to try out for the team. Oh, I'm not close to the court.
Oh, he would be good at that, though.
Yeah. He wears his hat backwards.
Warthog would be good, but he works nights, so I don't know that he could do it.
True. I might replace Clemmer with Warthog on the team.
That's not bad.
He's a geography guy. I'm talking about the trivia team.
Yeah. That's not bad.
All right. Well,
Mrs. Nipples?
She could be retarded for all I know. I don't know.
I don't think...
I don't know if she's a very nice woman. I don't know if she knows how to keep track of the score of a basketball game.
I don't know. I'm just trying to think. If Nipples...
I mean, that would be a Nipples job.
Yeah.
Right. Nipples can do everything.
Well, as assistant... Man, could he take that responsibility.
Well, Nipples was in charge before of the previous games of like updating the score on the stream.
Man, these guys get a tremendous amount of responsibility.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's out there.
Dave Cullinane.
He'll be part of the broadcast, I assume, if he's there, right?
Julie, dotting I's, crossing T's.
I don't know if she knows how to keep score of. I don't know.
You got to be sober for it too.
Yeah, good point.
Nice.
What else, Justin?
Alan Dershowitz fighting the good fight.
Yeah, about time. Let's get your back here.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your front.
Finally comes out of the woodwork now that Dave's gone.
That's true. Boston.com
The age
email.
of consent has become incredibly political.
About 20 years ago,
Has
I
it?
wrote an article in
Yes.
the Los Angeles Times in which I said the age of consent for sex is way too high. It's 18.
What? Yep. Oh, yeah. This is what the podcast was about years ago.
Listen, I wasn't on Epstein's Island, but
I mean, really?
they had some decent rules there.
Way too high. What is it?
Florida. The average age where sex is commenced in California and in Florida is 15. So what the law was doing was making
does he know that?
millions of people
Is he
live.
polling people?
It's like that Francis song.
Age of consent? Yeah.
Francis has a song.
Oh,
where
He
yeah.
got in trouble for
Yeah,
that
that's
dog
right.
walk
That's
girl,
right. That's
whatever
right.
her name is.
That's
yeah.
right. I forgot about that. Yeah.
way too high would say like you're probably off by like 10 years.
Yeah, way too high. I would say it's like 8 years too high. What is it in Massachusetts, Justin? You know.
I think it's 16.
Yeah, probably, right?
Let me go check that out.
If it was a thing you didn't know, you'd say, I think it's 18. You wouldn't go,
I think I've been
it's
asked. I think
16.
I've been asked this question on this.
If you had a gun in my head, I would say 16 because 18 does feel not way too old, but it feels 16 no?
Well, maybe just because it's been 18 my entire
16.
life.
Yeah, 16.
16 feels like a child.
I
Like if you were to
feel like
lower
I've
it, that
heard-
just
No,
feels like
that
so
is a
weird.
child.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. To be Alan Dershowitz and say it feels way too old. It's
As a
crazy.
libertarian, I say let it rip. I'm not going to tell anybody what to do, right?
Just the way he said the way though, it's just he seems so
This
gleeful.
has been the fight
too,
he's
like-
been fighting forever. Amy's an Epstein guy. So
Well,
look, I'm
he'll
not
tell
saying
you.
it.
He'll tell you he just got massages there.
He told me that.
Yeah.
When we had to go do it again because Colleen fucked it up.
Despite what Dave Cullinane
Yeah,
thinks
a
about
weird
it.
second interview that we did because of fucking Cullinane. It's weird not having Dave here, huh?
Yeah, I miss him.
I don't know. Well, yeah, I guess I do. I don't know. It was a weird goodbye. But with Cullinane, you can't be like
never
real.
goodbye.
You can't be genuine, because he's not like a real person.
Right.
So.
As was displayed in the last, the gift that Jeff gave him.
That's true. This Bon Jovi, seemed very happy with it.
Yeah.
What else, Justin?
Let's see here. You see, Portnoy was trending again for a pizza review.
Was it? Yeah, which was this one?
It wasn't him.
Oh, it was the guy
just-
that
it
threw
was
the
just-
pizza in the guy's face or
Yes,
whatever.
it was just some guy. And people were going, Portnoy's getting kicked out. Everyone's kicking him out because he's a huge Zionist and all this other.
Yeah.
It just blatantly wasn't him. It was just some guy.
It is crazy. But I mean, hey, look. He made a choice. Chose to be Jewish.
Yeah.
Sure what to say, Yeah. I won't see him till we won't do unnamed this week, so it'll be a week from Thursday. Or a week from Friday will be Mutt's D. Wayne Lucas tribute. Because
Yes.
is he have a Mutt stack on July 4th or no? Did he say that?
I don't know.
I imagine he will.
Call him quick. Let's see if he's. You think so?
He loves summer so much.
He's going to rank
It is summer.
4th of July, I think. Fireworks, number one.
Does he hope one day like someone will rank top summer things Mutt stack?
It could be. Yeah.
The Muttstag list of
Like
summer
hot
things.
days, no school. And what was the other one? Water. What was the
Wiffle ball?
wiffle ball? A simple person.
Wiffle ball is a
Ice
little
cream.
outside the box.
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
Can't forget ice cream.
No. He does love ice cream.
Ice cream's good.
I know, but like, who the fuck doesn't? Yeah, yeah.
Hi, this is Mike.
If you're lactose, I suppose.
I suppose we still like the taste of it.
Yeah.
They make dairy-free ice cream now.
Yeah,
not
it's
the
easy
same.
now. Harry has that stuff, so he's
Oh, is he lactose intolerant?
a little bit, but he just plows through it. He doesn't care because he can read or watch his fucking phone while he shits. So I think he's actually happy. Like, yeah, my legs are asleep, and he gets up. He's like, he's like me. I'll read there for 2 hours.
I think that's how you get hemorrhoids, though, no?
I think
That's
so.
what they say.
Yeah, which is not, I would imagine, not pleasant. I've been lucky, I think. I don't know. These guys wanted to film me running this morning.
You put the kibosh on that?
Yeah, I mean, I understood their perspective. They were like, hey, it's kind of like a documentary.
Yeah.
When you wake up, soup to nuts day. But I was like, I can't. My running route, someone's going to see it and put it together, and I don't need that.
It was uncomfortable because they were interviewing us about what it's like when you walk in, and I kind of wanted to be like, I don't ever talk. Please stop asking me questions.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I mean, I'll be curious how this thing turns out. I think it'll be pretty good. People seem very hyped up for this game, Gus. I don't know.
I mean, talking to the guys last night, we're ready. Like, even the shooting, everyone's shooting last night was great. Mutt at the end gets...
Might be a 3.
Mutt gets, I've noticed about Mutt is if he keeps like a straight face, like keeps his serious face on, he's going to hit the shot 10 out of 10 times. It's when he smiles.
So during the game, is he smiling every time he shoots?
Just watch. It's like he starts like, it's when he thinks he knows he can get it is when he misses. But when he's like,
but he never makes it in the game though.
But not, I don't know. I'm just saying what I saw from practice last night.
He shot well in practice, even after practice. Clemmer's like feeding him up with him. Clemmer's like, yeah, you got this. Yeah. Clemmer's made himself like a hype man.
Yeah.
You know, like he's I think he's already painted like I'm the good cop and I'm the bad cop and he's the good. He's like the mom, like the assistant coach.
You can come to me.
Yeah,
cry. You know, I know Dad can be really angry, but come cry on my shoulder. I'm here for you.
That fits. That could be good to have.
But they all look at him like he's an idiot though. They're like, right. Like he's just, I don't know, he's bouncing around last night. At one point he was like, the New York team, they crash into. Did you see this part?
Oh, yeah. All crash in the middle.
And then Clever starts moving his arms like he's King Kong, and it goes. I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? I don't know. He's all over the place, but he seems excited for it. He'll be here in a couple of weeks.
Watching Clemmer throw a cross-court pass, is
unbelievable.
Hilarious.
He can't throw. It's weird. It's like he blew his arm out at some point. I don't know.
As he says on his streams, he doesn't play. He's the GM. You know?
True. Yeah, watching him out there was something. I mean, you had Clemmer, you had Rimo. All the stars were there last night. But
yeah,
I thought it was a good. Overall, though, very, very pleased. Very pleased as we're about a month away.
Yeah.
We got 4 more practices?
Yes.
Now, where does Whitney fit into this? Seems like he's gotten lost, sort of.
He's a behind the scenes guy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's an
advisor of sorts.
Yeah, he's my conciliary.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not really sure what he's going to do.
Can he keep score?
Just stand there. And
it's a good question. He played no basketball, obviously. Hockey's a winter sport. So probably not, I guess. I don't know.
Let me tell you something.
Whitney's the king of, as I always say, no shit. Like we'll be the other day we're in the golf cart. Something came up. Some movie thing came up about, I forget what it was. And I mentioned somebody else was going to play an actor first. He's like, no shit. He's always like amazed by little things.
I actually just heard Bobby Costa say this. He did a decent Whitney impression.
Yeah.
Because he said he's always bewildered, where he's like, Dave, this guy seems like kind of a fucking asshole. Like he's always confused by who people are.
All right, Justin, we got that. That's a Bobby Costa plug at 10:34.
I hated to say it, but I didn't want to steal the man's take. It was a good one.
Fucking asshole.
Bobby Costa's not even reached out since and been like, hey, like, you know, I'd be willing to do this or that. So I think he's gonna put his balls on the table.
Yeah. Huh.
And that's going to be a no.
Interesting.
Right? I mean, if you're me, that's a no.
I think that's a mistake by Bobby if he's not.
Well, in a way, I'm kind of like, that's what he wants to do.
Yeah.
I admire. I'm like, I appreciate him being honest.
Right. If he doesn't think that's kind of what I said to him. If you don't think you're a producer, you shouldn't just do it because
that's not really
fuck you over later.
It's not really like there's room for stuff there.
Right.
Yeah.
Now get your. My thing is get in the door somehow, and then make yourself valuable in other ways. I don't know.
Get in the door, say yes.
Yeah, that's what I think. But I appreciate that's that guy Johnny has been very active.
Really,
he wants the job. Yeah.
So that was a real. It wasn't. I thought Dave just made that up that he wanted to be a producer.
Sent me a long email.
Oh, okay, good.
I saw him at the trivia. Talked to him for a while, and then responded. And he sent me an email of like his qualifications and what he thinks he can do. Like he's been pretty polished. Do you like him or no?
I wasn't here the first time he came in.
Yeah,
but it was a great guy.
He's a good kid. I don't know. Like he seems like he's eager.
Yeah,
he's a nice job. He's going to take a pay cut, but like if he wants to do it. I put him as the favorite right now.
Wow.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there's not a lot of candidates. I mean, we haven't made the job open yet. We'll do that. I do not want to do a thing. But like we'll kind of float people in for a few months, but it won't be like we're going to end it with a fucking pay-per-view. We'll just hire somebody one day.
I liked when you said that Cullinane just liked him because he's handsome.
He did.
I find that
Culliнаne's like Trump. Like it just fits the Cullinane profile, Cullinane could be like a Trump-like kid.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Like,
yeah.
Easily. Like
yes.
Dave Trump.
I could see that. Yeah, he's
empty.
Eric Trump-like.
He does have a little Eric Trump to him.
Yeah.
He's shorter, but yeah. Like a short Trump.
Especially now going into the finance world, he's going to be.
That's true. What's Colleen doing right now?
I think he's on vacation.
Oh, that's right. He's not working yet, right?
I believe
next.
so.
Yeah, right. It's holiday week. So next week he starts.
No, I don't think he said he started like August 1st, right?
Yeah.
Oh, is that right?
I thought he's on vacation for a little because I know a couple months ago he did mention to me that he was going to not only take this week off but next week.
Oh, is that right?
Yes.
I never knew that, but I guess he knew he was leaving at that point. I suppose. I don't know.
No, I think he was just saying like.
Yeah, which would have been fine. We take as much. You got any vacation coming up, Justin?
I don't think so.
No.
No.
Take it if you want to. Obviously.
I think in September.
I
want to see Blink at.
That's not what I meant, but go ahead.
In New Hampshire.
That's not a vacation.
In New Hampshire.
So.
But you can take a week off for that?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I hope not.
I mean, you can if you want. You have vacation time. You should use it.
I have followed Blink before. I just went on vacation.
But that's not really following them.
No,
it's like an hour and a half from your house.
I know, but I'm saying I have followed them before.
Oh.
Boss taking the week. Going to see Blink in New Hampshire. Okay, well, enjoy it. Yeah, it's fine. But you need vacation. I mean, after this week, we'll probably be going through the game. Then we'll probably take that week off after the game. Do a show next day and take the week off, I think. Right? Yeah, because I'm going to take some time off this summer. Stick around here, but yeah, I think so. Who knows? Then we lose Mike.
Yes.
Not really
tough.
I'll be around.
I suppose. What do you think, Justin?
Hey, he's gone.
Yeah, we've lost him. That's what happens.
All right, fine.
A hell of a run. A hell of a run. What's it with you, Gus?
Nothing too much. Just focus on the game. Basketball.
That's in your life?
Like, really, it's just work. I'm staying focused, staying
Still
calm.
delivering?
Still delivering.
Yeah.
Loving the Amazon life.
Yeah.
Nice.
How many hours a week are you putting in?
Minimum 43 up to, I've done 60 during peaks.
What a fucking success story, Mike.
43 is oddly specific.
Well, it's because I'll work about 10 and a half, 11 hours a day for 4 days a week. So it's like it just varies,
That'd be 44. How many days a week do you work?
I work 4, but it's like either 10 and a half. Some days it's 10 and a half. Some days it's 11. So like it varies between there. And then if I pick up a 5th day, it usually goes like 45, 55-ish.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Must be doing pretty well.
Yeah, it's nice on during peak season. So it's
This is peak season now?
It's the
can't be now, no?
7th through the 11th is prime days. So we'll have we'll have a rush.
That's a commercial I keep seeing, right?
Yeah. So like you'll see the rush up, and then it'll be like.
What does that mean? I don't even know what.
Average.
Again, I'm not on it. So
yeah, our average.
What are you laughing at?
I'm not on it.
I've never ordered anything on Amazon. I've never ordered anything.
It's such a funny thing to.
Never ordered anything.
The prime days are just good sales, so we usually have like 7.5, 8 hour routes, and they'll get bumped up to 9.5, 10.
Wait, so you've never ordered anything? So even if you see like you won't tell like.
I text Kate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she orders it for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes you that. I don't know. It's confusing. I don't understand. I'll tell you what I'm on fucking fire with right now, though, is the chip for the credit card. Credit card, yeah. 2 of my last 4 I've hit.
On fire with it in what way?
He's
okay, well, I mean, I guess I got to explain it to you. It works successfully.
Oh, okay.
When I do the chip thing. I'm 2 out of my last 4.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Kirk, I'm going to blow your mind.
Mm-hmm.
Have you been introduced to the tap?
Don't.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant. I meant the tap. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like the chip is about 10 years.
I thought you were going to bring up doing it from your phone.
No, the chip. The chip. I'm one of the best of all. I'm literally one of the best of all time at the chip.
I believe that.
But the tap, 2 of my last 4.
That's good.
That is fucking really good because it's confusing because I fuck it up and then I'll say to the guy like, I don't know. It must be like I hand him the card. Like I think it's the angle, and the guy's like the fucking Subway guy making 9. Does like say you're an idiot. And he just does it. But
well, I do that. I get to do that anyways. I'm just like I can't see this. Please just take my card.
So I'm on a bit of a roll right now with my tap. What's next after tap?
It's the phone. Having it all on your phone.
Oh yeah, that will never happen for me. I can't. I'm nervous now because the next phone I get, everyone's telling me I can't do the long. You know the way I have my. I'm like
the wireless.
Oh, you got to go wireless?
Well, yeah, which I don't want any part. This phone I don't want to lose. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's
the next one's wireless, right?
Yeah.
That's what everyone's telling me. But I can just buy this phone again, right?
Yeah,
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, when you upgrade an iPhone, it's the exact same thing.
But I don't even care about like what else. What else do I fucking need in my iPhone at this point?
You want a better camera?
No, I don't. To do what? Take pictures of my team?
But doesn't Apple make like the old ones start working worse so that you have to buy the new ones?
It's the battery life.
Yeah.
Right.
Because with each update, they put more stuff into it that takes out the battery percentage.
But this thing's already getting. I've had it for the last one I smashed during the Barstool merch and stuff when the merchants started coming back to Barstool. I smashed it on the street. So I was 20, 19?
It would have been 20, I think.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, whatever it was. It was probably 19 actually, because 20 was all COVID shit. Whatever. Well, you're probably
Really?
right.
Okay.
You're probably right. So it's been 5 years, so we're probably getting close, right?
Yeah.
I guess. But now it's starting to act like once in a while it just act weird. So I'm like,
Yep.
we're starting. It's the beginning now.
It's the beginning of the end.
It's not bad, but it's like I'm like, can I maybe get another year out of it? Hopefully. So I don't know, but yeah, I can't. I mean, these apps are just fucking stupid. I don't, what apps do I have? Nothing. I have nothing. I've got the USGA one for my golf.
Okay.
I've got the
Twitter,
the
obviously.
Beth Israel, like my chart one.
Okay.
But I don't know. I don't know what it is on my password. I have the Sirius XM app, which I still use Chris Curtis's password. So
That's good that he's kept it up all these years.
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. I have Twitter. I do have Twitter. Yeah. I have Netflix. Yeah, I got a few.
Okay.
I don't use Pluto TV.
I don't imagine you watching Netflix on your phone.
No.
Yeah.
Nope. Got to be very rare.
Surprised it's even on there.
Yeah, I think one of the kids put it on there and used it when they were younger for Harry, probably for something while we were away.
Okay.
Because I hate watching a movie on my phone.
I would
It's
imagine.
the worst.
People do it though.
I could see you throwing like a sitcom on or something on a run and listening to it.
Okay, no. I need like a story.
Podcast.
Yeah. A little more musically than runs. A little bit, but podcast as well, yeah. So I don't know.
Speaking of Netflix, I saw Squid Game season 3 just came out, and there's
I saw that.
no buzz around it.
Dead.
But I did see, and I don't know if this is true or not. Is Fincher doing the American Squid Game?
His name's attached to it. I think he's like a producer or something.
Okay.
I don't think he's directing it or anything, but
That's
he's attached to
a
everything on
weird
Netflix now. Yeah, I don't really. Maybe it's part of his deal. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't watched a Netflix movie. Like watch just a movie on Netflix in forever.
Movie or documentary?
Movie.
Oh, okay.
Like they have a million movies. I just don't want to watch them. I don't know why. I never think
They're
of it.
always
No, I'm not
lesser.
excited.
Even like when the Russo brothers came out with like, it was like $250 million. I always
Horrible.
think of it as like straight to DVD movies.
But I'm just saying, I don't even watch like the non-Netflix movies on that. I just like don't care about them on Netflix. They just look weird. I don't know why.
Oh, interesting.
Is it just Netflix or is it like any streaming app?
I'll tell you, what's a good movie selection is Peacock.
Yes.
Really?
Very good. Yeah, it's surprisingly good. And they get new movies and they have
Because they have all Universal stuff, I imagine.
that's true
Yeah.
too. Yeah, right. But they'll have like the Jordan Peele stuff. They have the Nolan stuff. Like they have, but they'll have like little interesting, quirky horror movies that slip through. They are curated pretty well. So does Max. Netflix doesn't give a fuck. They're so big that they don't even care.
No, Netflix you almost go to for their original shows and
Right.
documentaries
Yeah.
now.
That's it.
Well,
And
I
there's-
just watched
and-
the Rob Ford one was good.
Yeah, somebody was telling me. Big Cat was telling me the one about the guys who commissioned the boat to go see the Titanic that died in it.
Oh,
Like
the Titan
The
sub.
submarine?
Yeah, They said he said that was really good. So maybe I'll keep. But Netflix like I said, every 6 months has a enormous breakout one. I feel like they haven't had that in like 4 or 5 months. Unless I'm missing something.
I don't.
I'm
yeah,
probably
I think
am,
you're right.
They tried it with the train wreck, the poop cruise.
Oh, I just saw that.
Yeah.
Was that any good or no?
No.
It was just like people got strapped down on a cruise and they were shit and piss everywhere.
Right. Who knows?
That submarine thing is wild that like just people died and we were all like, ha!
Right.
But
Those rich freaks.
It's a no sympathy death for me though.
It's weird that everyone agrees with you and I don't understand.
That's right. I was telling Big Cat this. I put Cruise on that list. Tom Cruise.
He dies.
If he dies in some stunt, I'm like, hey, listen, like you've been fucking doing this like you put every time.
Sure, I suppose.
Like he's on that list for me of guys. If they die, I'm like, that's sad, but like I'm sure if Tom Cruise was here today, and he'll be here next week. If I said to him, Tom, like, he'll be like, no, I'm living my life, doing my thing.
I do what he loves.
Yeah, the guy's saving movies.
He's ready to meet Lord Zeno.
Right, yeah.
Whoever he
I
goes
don't know
to.
what level what is it?
Thean.
Oh, he must be.
Oh, he's got to be the top.
Yeah,
He's got to be.
They had that big ceremony, remember?
Yeah.
They tricked the guy and they did the salute to each other.
Yes.
F1 is fine. F1 was clear. It's directed by the guy who did Maverick.
Oh.
And it feels like it was written for Cruise almost as a Days of Thunder sequel, and they just moved it around a little bit and put Pitt in it.
Oh.
Because there are scenes where like Pitt's like an older racer who joins this young hotshot guy in his team, and they're struggling. He's like the old know-it-all, like, who's got some quirky ways, but it works out in the end.
Sure.
There are 2 scenes in the movie that are on the racetrack, like the morning of the race, and they all are like, the team's walking through, and they kind of appear, and they're like in the distance, and like, who is that? And then it's a long shot that's just Pitt with like a leather jacket walking in his bag over his shoulder, and the music's playing.
I like that.
But if you leave your brain at home, it's fun. Like the racing stuff it's not my thing. I get a little dizzy, but I get why people. It did very well. I'll tell you, bomb this weekend was Megan 2. The first movie was a hit, but boy, they missed more. This is not a horror movie, I guess.
I think it went more actiony.
It's like T2 almost with Megan in it. Like she becomes good.
I feel like
I
feel almost like there were other Megan-like movies that it made this one not as special.
Yeah, probably something to that too. Yeah. But yeah, people were not feeling it. Made $10 million. The first one made $30 million opening weekend. Yeah, it's a disaster. So I don't know. What else?
You see, so Jeff Bezos got married.
I saw that. He married Lauren Sanchez. Enormous fake breasts.
And everyone kept saying, like, Tom Brady was talking up
Sydney Sweeney. How do you feel about that? I was talking to Jeff about this. I was like, I know where Justin is. He loves Brady and he loves Sydney Sweeney.
Gotta wait, Tommy.
I mean, I can't white knight for Sydney Sweeney. If she wants to date, she's allowed to date.
Hey, she ain't 15, Justin, you know? Yeah. She's of legal age.
Yeah.
So, but Tom Brady.
The legal age is a fucking joke.
Way too high.
Way too high. I remember thinking that.
Way too high.
I saw it the other day. It was 16. I was like, what? Jesus, get rid of one of those numbers at least. Yeah, go ahead.
But it would be
How
like.
old is Sydney Sweeney? Brady's my age or a
Is
little
she
younger?
older than Jordan? Belichick's Jordan.
Well, Brady's 25 years younger than Belichick. Though.
I know, but I still think it would be funny if Sydney Sweeney's older.
She's 27.
Older.
That is funny, Gus. Look at the Gus stack. 20. She's how old?
27.
And Tom's 48 maybe now? No, not that old, is he? Is he 48? I guess he played. He was 45,
I know he's the
right?
same age as Portnoy.
I believe he's
however old that is.
His birthday's early August. So.
He's 77, right, Brady?
Yeah, 47.
So it'll be 48 in August. Yeah.
I once sang happy birthday to him.
To his fake face?
Yes.
Where?
It was at a Patriots training camp.
Okay, I mean you weren't having lunch with him.
Everyone was singing happy birthday.
Okay.
It was nice.
That'd be like if you were at Madison Square Garden that night and like you and Marilyn Monroe sang happy birthday to John F. Kennedy.
Yeah.
I suppose that's true.
He did a little wave. It was nice.
He wasn't waving to you.
No, I think he
Just pops out a cake.
You don't know that.
I feel like I've had a more personal interaction with Brady than
You have.
What is that?
Oh, he definitely has.
The Flake press conference.
That's right.
Fucking grilling him, right?
No, it was a super softball question.
The PSI, Tom.
Huh. I mean, I wouldn't. That's not disgusting, I don't think.
No.
27 and 47?
I mean, it's not great, but it's not like.
No,
But they're also super
There's celebrities too.
Yeah, it's like,
normal.
what are they gonna. Yeah, I mean, they're weird anyway. Brady's so fucking weird. Like, it doesn't even matter, I don't think. You said Sweeney, like, I thought she was dating Glenn Powell.
Well, that was the whole.
no more.
No, they
were at a wedding together, right? Or was that bullshit?
I think it was like hype for the movie.
All those
That was
stories
a terrible
came out.
movie, if I'm thinking of the correct.
The romantic comedy?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not great. She's a butterface, you think, Justin?
What the fuck did I say that?
You might be thinking of Coleman.
Coleman's got a nice
No,
face.
that was-
I disagree. And great breasts.
No.
You're wrong.
Didn't Coleman say like you could find Sydney Sweeney in any Dunkin' Donuts in America? Or
Yeah, because you made us walk out. You made us walk around.
If that was the game, guess if I would. That sounds like a Cullinane line. I would guess Cullinane if I was a guest producer.
Oh, yeah, that's a good.
Well, I can find any Dunkin' Donuts anywhere. I agree from the neck up. I actually agree with that.
I'm off the rip very much authentic.
He is. That's true.
Justin takes like. I'm watching him. He's like experimenting. He's like his head's spinning. He's moving around.
Can you describe that, Keenan? What is Keenan Thompson doing in that video? Because I only hear Coleman's.
He's slowly slitting his left wrist.
That's kind of how I imagined it.
He's just, as I recall, he's just being very friendly, right, Justin?
Okay, he's participating.
He's just standing there. He's like waiting for something, and then.
Who was he the other day who was like the defending like the idea that Coleman's like accomplishing something by doing that?
Was it Jeff or Chris?
I think it was Chris, and it's like.
Oh, he said he admires him for that.
Yeah, but it's like he's like there is like he's not like he's just there as a. I give him credit. It's like a Stuttering John aspect to it, where you're not afraid to look like an asshole.
Yeah, but it's just like rude. It's like going up to Jason Alexander and going, "Hey,
right,
fucking
yeah, exactly. Hey, you want to pose for me?
Yeah,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, but
Hey, yo, Keenan. Ooh, what's up with that? What's up with that? I say, ooh.
Mike, you can't see this, but he's bobbing back and forth.
Okay, this is what I'm asking.
that would be Coleman, by the way.
Yeah.
Coleman.
Yeah.
Coleman.
How would you describe Keenan?
Keenan is like,
yeah, I know what that is.
Like, he's kind of like, yep, that's me, man. He's
I do
like,
that. Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
He's being very friendly, I thought, but also being like, the fuck is going on here? Jeez, what else?
What's up with that? that is stuck in my head. You see movies and stuff. Paul Walker's character is coming back to the...
Wait, just AIing him or something?
He's no longer with us.
I don't know. But so they AI'd him and they had his brother play some parts in the last movie because he died during it. But apparently Vin Diesel said the last movie of the Fast and Furious franchise is going to go back to more like car racing roots instead of like these superhero...
Oh, thank God.
Like secret
Vin
agents.
Diesel is a enormous fatso right now. So I'm waddling around on some stage. You see him?
No.
He waddle around on some stage and make the announcement. People are like, "What the fuck is?" Did you see him?
It's when like all the muscle has
turns
just
into fat.
disappeared.
Yeah, I mean he'll be jacked when the movie comes out, but like he looks like just like if you saw me like this is like a fat old guy.
He's all natural.
Yeah, it's true. So yeah, I'm not a particular fan of the franchise, so I think I'll probably skip this.
He is pretty fat.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
But he's like wearing a tight shirt. It's not good.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's like Pat Ford. That's not good. If Pat Ford stars in the series, I will say if the Drips were in that series, I'd watch it.
Sure.
That could work, I think. Maybe.
Yeah, sort of a fish out of water story.
Yeah, the two of them play the lead roles now. I could see that. John Warren had a good practice last night. He didn't say much of practice, which is good. He's a meat and potatoes guy. He'll try to occasionally sneak in with a bad joke, but overall he's okay, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. What else, Justin?
So Rod Stewart was at a...
yeah, what's going on? Why every 3 tweets I see is about Rod Stewart? What's going on?
He was just at... Some people said he sounded like shit. Some people said he sounded great.
Yeah. We played some Rod Stewart like a month ago, right?
Yeah. He was at the... was that the Grammys?
I think it was American Music Awards.
Yes.
Yeah.
He didn't sound great, but this is what he sounds like this weekend.
In the morning, don't say you love me, 'cause you know I'd only kick you out the door.
He sounds great there. For Rod Stewart always sounds
My
like.
name is Rita, 'cause your perfume smells sweeter when I saw you down on the floor.
He sounds. He's
He sounds
80.
great. Yeah, he's 80 years old.
It's not bad
He
for
sounds. That's what he always sounded like. He wasn't like a classical singer or anything.
Sure.
That's 30 years older than me. I can't imagine you can still walk around. I'm cooked. I'm still cooked after last week. So no, I'm not a huge Rod Stewart fan, but he sounds fine. I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's particularly bad. Well, good. Who's it? Mike, you say
I
something?
was just going to say, especially given all the cum he's swallowed, allegedly. Isn't he one of those guys?
What do you mean one of those guys?
Well, that story
He had a
goes
lot of
around
sex
that
in
like he
his
had his
life.
stomach pumped because he had so much cum or something.
I mean, again, I'm not going to dismiss that. It's ridiculous.
I think it's urban legend.
Of course, yeah, naturally.
I don't have a problem with you coming.
What's the?
Justin finds somehow Dave loses them, but Justin finds all the
That's
drops.
true. Maybe
that go
Steve
in
just
the
gave
can.
them to Justin. What does next week look like, Justin? Have you started planning it? Your first week as producer, full week or not?
Yeah, well, so Dave actually planned...
Man, it's amazing. It's like
Still got his fingers.
It's like he died and left his legacy on. Next week, all right, go ahead.
I like the idea of Dave walking out of there and going, Justin, got something for you. And just his schedule.
Take next week off.
We got Blind Owl, Ben Capaldo.
Who?
Ben Capaldo.
Whoa.
Who is that?
Tim from Dartmouth.
Who?
Finally.
That
Tim from Dartmouth was
canceled.
He was rescheduled.
This is next week?
Yeah.
It's like Mike or Mutt in?
Yeah, well, Mike and Mutt.
Okay. What's Dave doing? He's like, he leaves and suddenly has people I've never heard of? Blind Owl?
You know Blind Owl.
I know, but I'm saying he's never been here, right?
He's taking Mutt. He's taking Mike with him. That's
Blind Owl stinks, right?
No, I think it'll be good.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Who else?
It's a blind leading the blind. That's all we have booked for now.
Tim Cataldo?
Yeah.
That's the whole week.
Who
Yeah,
the fuck is that?
We're gonna find out.
it's
I
Tim.
guess so. Huh, okay.
Tim Dave doxed and then tried to be like,
that's the guy?
Oh, no, I just said a random name.
Is that the end of Colleen's booking? Does it end there or does it go on? Does it go on forever?
Oh no, it goes on for the rest of the month.
Oh, who else?
Wow, really?
Let's see. Freddy's Birdies. Ben Randler.
What?
Two Bens we don't know.
What?
Johnny Stanton.
That's Johnny, yeah.
Of course, yeah.
Minifan Josh. Beanbag Ron.
Beanbag Ron.
Coleman. Bobby Costa. That's
nice.
the date of the game.
Okay.
Steve from Gloucester.
Coleman and Bobby Costa together.
Yeah.
What a day.
Incredible.
That's a good day.
It's an amazing day. Can't wait for that. Huh. Okay. Well, good job by Conan, I guess.
Yeah.
Work until the end.
That's right.
I don't know. How was it when you and Conan departed on Friday?
It was sad. You know, I'm an emotional guy, and
He's not though.
I love. Yeah, he's very much like I'll be around, and so it's not goodbye. It's I'll see you later.
Can I have a catch? Like what was that? Like
I wanted to get a picture of him walking out of the studio. He booked it around the corner.
Yeah, he was done. You guys, like, what's the last words?
I love you.
What were the last words?
No. Okay. If you need anything, I'll see you.
Yeah.
I'm around.
Who said that? You or Dave?
I think he did, and I say, gotcha.
Yeah, he's not an emotional guy,
No.
which is okay.
It's,
That's cool.
I think it can be a positive trait.
I agree with
sometimes.
that. Yeah.
I said before the show, I was like, oh, yeah, this is like for the last time I'll see you for a while. And he was like, no, why? I was like,
Why?
I was like, what do you mean, why?
I mean, what are you looking for at number 2, Justin?
Someone who just knows the world, is able to look into get stories and
Yeah, but personality-wise, like for somebody you can work with, what do you like to,
personality-wise, I'll work with anyone.
Well, that's, I mean, yeah. But
Get yourself a punching bag.
Why?
Why?
It's always because Coleman had me. It's always
It's not about you, Gus.
no. What I'm saying
idiots.
is,
I get what he's saying.
Well, let's let him get.
Mike will get this because so that way you want to get someone in there that if when you're having a day and you're going to go off on your ire, you don't want it to be your as the main person. You don't want to be the main focus of the ire. You have someone.
I'm not trying to make my job.
What's on
easier.
that
I'm
shirt?
trying to make the show
Happy
better.
Gilmore.
Oh, Happy Gilmore. You wore that before, didn't you?
Probably.
That sequel's going to stink.
It's going to be
Me
terrible.
and a buddy were talking. I was with a friend this weekend who also thinks it's going to stink.
Does anybody think it's going to be good?
We were going through all the plot lines that they're definitely going to do.
What do you got?
Oh, just the idea of like they're going to have some big guy. The ball doesn't land on his foot, but it's something like that.
Yeah, somebody
what I mean?
else. Yeah,
the tower crashes, whatever's similar to that. Like, it's
but
gonna
now
be
it'll be like a very famous guy who plays the giant.
right. There's going to be Sydney Sweeney is going to yell, "You suck, jackass!"
Right. Shaq is a good call for that.
Yeah,
I think
Shaq will be that.
perfect.
Shaq will be that guy.
Yes,
like
exactly.
he's friends with Sandler. Like, what's Bad Bunny is his caddy.
Right. Oh, I thought Nick Swartzen was his kid.
I think they're both.
Okay.
Like, I think it's like
Who's going to be the annoying guy that Shooter hires?
Right. There's going to be a new "You suck,
what's his face
jackass"
last time
guy.
from SCTV?
The dad from
Joe
Freaks
Flaherty?
and Geeks. Yeah.
I sent you a message one day saying when the rig stuff was going on, saying I'd go to the Ozarks and just be his Flaherty.
I saw that. I did see that.
You ignored it.
Oh, well, no, we're not there yet. I could see Gus in the Ozarks just being annoying. It'd be great for
That
him.
actually would be good.
Yeah.
It'd be better if it was Rico golfing, I suppose.
If it was Rico, I would be there in a heartbeat.
I mean, you wouldn't care if Rico broke his leg, right?
No.
Yeah. Right. Your heart wouldn't skip a beat.
No.
Nope.
Might have to just step over, keep playing. I played until the whistle.
I think this is enhancing Rico's argument, actually.
What do you mean?
I think this is why Rico.
What are we supposed to do if Rico breaks his leg? Stop the game?
No.
Or roll him off? Dave wants to stop the game, then roll him off the court.
I suppose.
Right, Justin?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, I like
Game must
Rico,
go
but
on.
that's how it is.
I think there was one practice or something. It was the practice right before the game, the most recent game. You were like, guys, let's take it easy. You don't want anyone hurt. I don't need to blow any ACL because not for nothing, but if I blow my ACL, we're just not playing the game.
That's true. That is true. For me, that's true. But those guys, there's really only one player in the game that if they get hurt and can't play, the game won't happen. That's me. Yours could nobody like that. So that's it. And I said to the guys last night, like, look, the first game was for Gus. Jesus, no game will be for Gus. The first game was for Cinema, and we're very appreciative of New York guys showing up. So let's play the game clean. Let's play the game classy. Chippy and physical, but classy. They're making it about them. They're being bitches this game. I told these guys last night, there are no rules here. Doesn't matter to me. If somebody, goes across, you want the elbow in the face, if the ref doesn't see it, great. You want to punch him in the balls, great. You want to break their leg, go for it. We are going to play so dirty in this game. This game is going to be down and dirty. So just be ready for it. And these guys, I can break that crackhead. You saw last game in 2 seconds. Before the game starts, I'll have his mind snapped. So
Jet ski?
Jet ski. Yeah. His name, jet ski. We'll break his stupid brain. So, yeah, we'll see. But, yeah, no excuses this game. And, as I said last night, the last 30 minutes of that game, we outscored them by 17 points. So, this idea that they're so much better than us, we outscored them 75% of the game. We outplayed them by 17 points. They scored 11 points. So we'll see what happens. But one of them will be in the hospital. That's a Kirk Minahan promise. Right, Justin?
Absolutely.
Yeah. So there you go. Be ready. Could be Dave. Could be me, Phil.
Wow.
Could be any of them. Who knows?
Be something.
And I'll tell the fans the same thing. Don't be afraid to be physical with those players. If they crash on the sideline, keep them there.
Yeah.
Punch them, spit on them, kick them.
Malice at the palace.
Malice at the palace. That's what we do, baby. That's what we do. What else, Justin?
So the David and Marilyn had a poll up.
For
the greatest producer in the history.
Oh, I
of
retweeted.
KMS.
Let me think. Okay, so who are the? I didn't look at the results. What are the options?
So the options are Steve
Robinson,
Dave
Coleman, Jack Coleman,
and then Justin parentheses. Sorry, Gus.
Didn't make the cut, Gus.
Didn't make the cut.
It was a pre-run.
My choice was not on the list either.
Yeah.
Who's that?
Will.
Oh, I did see tweet that. Did he actually produce a show?
Once.
Okay, that's all it takes.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that Dave won.
Dave did win.
Yeah.
Dave would probably be my choice.
Yeah, I get that. How much did he win
That
by?
is recency bias.
He got 42%.
Steve was second or no?
Steve second, 35%.
Ooh. Coleman or you?
Coleman, 13%.
Whoa, what'd you get?
I got 10%.
Wow.
That's not right.
You still got double digits.
Yeah, it was good.
I would put Justin easily third.
Yeah. Coleman was good.
Yeah. I
They're
love
good in
Coleman.
their own ways.
I just think Coleman was here so much less time than the other three guys.
Well, yeah, but you can't, what if they suck and they're here for a long time?
But they didn't. None of them sucked.
Also, you could do that poll in like a year ago, very different results.
Or if you did it
6 months ago, very different results.
If you did it this time, 2021, Steve would have.
If you did it,
because it would make sense.
With somebody else.
Yeah.
If
You're right about that, Mike. It's a
But you know
good
what I
point.
mean.
If you did it last week before Dave announces he's leaving, very different
Dave would have
results.
lost.
Yeah, Dave probably would have
A year from now, Dave will probably be even higher if he doesn't produce again.
Right.
Steve's still polling in the 40s, though.
35.
Oh, Dave got 40.
Dave got 43%.
He's still going strong. 35%. He hasn't worked for the show for 3 years. Right? It's been 3 years, hasn't it?
I would say Steve was
22, right? Or 21?
No, it's 21.
4 years he's been gone. That's unbelievable.
I would say Steve was clearly the best at his job.
He's the
like
most competent producer. Right.
And Justin and Dave would be neck and neck for best content, I would say.
Yeah, I'd say the other
fair?
three, including Coleman, just got the show
Maybe Coleman
better
too.
than Steve
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
But in terms of Steve has built a nice career. He's a very competent guy.
He's a Tucker guy.
He's a Tucker guy now. Or
Steve may just be lost and become Tucker. Like Tucker takes all.
Or
his,
Tucker becomes Steve.
Tucker takes all his stuff.
I'm not sure which is which at this point. I don't even, I don't even know.
The main wire presented by Tucker Carlson.
Tucker just becomes just obsessed with Tom Hartman. Just takes over his career. Just ruins his
I'm coming
life.
for you, Tom.
That's it.
I'm doing prank calls with Tucker Carlson.
What else?
Let's see here. Talked about poop crews. You don't want to talk about firefighters getting shot.
No, not really.
You see,
sorry about that.
At this music fest, people were upset that this guy named Bob Villain was going off about chanting for killing the IDF.
I didn't see that.
You don't care about that.
I don't care about that.
Oh, you see, Coleman tweeted out "Futures female, New York Knicks, Dawn
Hey,
Staley."
Is that real? Dawn Staley applied or is being interviewed for the Knicks job?
I mean, isn't this like Condoleezza Rice? She's
I don't know. It's
more
like Condoleezza Rice.
for the Browns.
For the Browns.
But she has experience in the field.
Well, she's a
more.
very successful college basketball coach.
But
player.
If it works, it works. I mean,
that's
You said it,
true.
Gus.
I do think Dawn Staley, who's a veteran, older coach, I think she could probably coach a men's basketball team in the NBA. I don't think the world would end.
But do you think NBA players would?
Yeah, I think her should be okay. I don't think it would be. I don't think it would be bad. I think it's very strange. Not to get too sporto here, but I think it's very strange the Knicks fired a pretty successful coach and clearly had no plan.
Right. Well, I don't. Given their owner, I don't think it's that strange.
Well, that's true too.
Yeah.
But I mean, they had some success.
Well, all their plans were we are interested in this coach who is currently
But that's not a
coaching
plan.
another
Right, that's
team.
not a plan though.
It's crazy.
Right. It's just weird. Why wouldn't they just keep Thibodeau?
It seemed like the Knicks over exceeded expectations. Like they beat the Celtics.
Right.
You'd think that would be a win where the coach's job is safe.
I guess they were a disaster in the conference finals, right?
Yeah.
So-
But they shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
So
Right.
that's my logic.
But I would say, I'd be look, if they said, we were bad in the conference finals, we just don't think this is the guy to take us to the promised land, but this guy is, we've targeted and had in mind, and we're hiring him.
Right.
I'd say, okay, I may not agree, but there's a plan. There's no plan. They've talked about interest in 8 guys, right?
Billy Donovan was one of them.
Right, just throwing shit. He has a job, right?
Wait, with Chicago.
With the Bulls, right? Yeah, they're just throwing shit against the wall. I don't.
You're saying it's like if the Magic fired Lucas for Phil Jackson, that sort of a thing.
No,
the Knicks have interviewed Lucas at this point. This is where they're at. I think Knicks just hired.
I don't think that's a bad choice.
It's just like we like him. We like the way he coached Justin the other night at practice.
Lucas.
Yeah, I mean, it could be Lucas. I don't like say what you want about the Celtics. Like Brad Stevens is a really smart guy,
right?
And Ainger's a really smart guy. So they would never do shit like this if they were going to fire Doc Rivers, which they didn't, or they would have a coach in place,
right?
Like targeted, done. We're like it or not, we're doing this. This is crazy. Don Staley? Like, I don't know, who's next? Like, it doesn't make any sense.
Who's Coleman's choice?
Did Coleman say it was choices?
And that's the way I like it.
Don't bother him, Mike. He's working. He wasn't even listening.
It's a good choice.
Wasn't even listening to you.
No, I was trying to
His choice is Rimo?
Yes,
Rimo.
Rimo, the coach of the Knicks? That's a very stressful job.
That's a great 90s movie.
It was
like
almost.
Rimo coaching the Knicks.
Eddie, it's Rimo.
yeah, exactly.
But Rimo couldn't keep. But what would Rimo do with his like $2,000? You know what I'm saying? It's too much money. It's millions.
Oh my God!
He'd have to boost for millions every day.
That's what I'm saying, right? He's got
the idea of him turning that down to keep his $2,000 or $1,000.
If they offered Rimo the Knicks job right now, that's travel. That's like a ton of responsibility.
Yeah.
So the average NBA coach, he wouldn't be the highest paid coach but he's a new coach. If they gave him $2 million a year, there's no chance he would take that job. None. Do you think?
No.
No way.
To keep $12,000 a year.
I saw Rimo last night at practice. I walk over to him at the end of practice. I'm like, going home? He's like, yep. I was at Fenway. He's like, nope. He's like, Kirk, the parking. I can't handle the parking.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, well, why don't you just like take a bus from your other place?
It was a thing of beauty.
I suggested that to him, and he didn't really have an answer for me.
But I don't think it's about the parking, if we're looking at it psychologically.
What is it
I think
about?
it's like he wants to be in a place where it's worse and he's unhappy and like...
He deserves that.
Yeah. It's
Not
like,
great.
Yeah. I mean, that Fenway... that Fenway place looks pretty nice.
It seemed it, yeah.
Right?
This is great.
You didn't go into it, right, Justin? No.
I did not know.
Yeah. I know somebody who lives in that apartment complex.
Really?
Yes.
Are they
were
similar?
No.
Are they like Rimo?
No. They're a person who makes a living, and they were like,
so
what
how
the
did-
fuck?
So how did Rimo?
Well, you know how it is.
Who had this theory? Was it Mike?
I've been saying this.
Me?
He keeps saying, he doesn't say, I have an apartment near Fenway. He keeps saying, I got keys to an apartment, which is very specific phrasing.
Where's your theory?
I think he found keys and tried them in a bunch of doors.
I've heard people say that he gets the deal. What's the less money for an apartment?
Section 8?
Section 8.
Yeah.
And he's now got somebody who's using that rent, and he's like got somebody in there. He's making a little bit of side dough on that. So somebody's getting an apartment at a steal.
Oh, like an unofficial sublease.
Yes, right. I've heard that. I feel like even that's a lot of work for Rimo to negotiate that.
Yeah.
I don't think.
I don't want to do anything.
Yeah.
Unless his son is doing it for him or something.
I get. Well, again, this is I get this guy in any trouble legally, but
Right,
yeah, I don't. Who knows? He's running his Twitter account, but I don't really know what's going on. But I like Rimo, but I'm like, I don't want to get sucked into that vortex.
Right. You don't want to find out if there's an ugly side.
Right.
Getting titillated by these girls.
Yeah. But if you want to be unhappy, like be unhappy for you. Do it on your own. But like, I think that's what it is. There are
He
guys
doesn't
like
seem that unhappy.
he doesn't seem
given
very,
his
he also
circumstances.
doesn't seem very happy.
No, definitely not.
Like to be a hoarder like that and to live willingly like that is a form of depression.
Sure.
So like, I don't know. I feel bad for him, but it's like he's also an old man. What am I going to do?
I got ED and I enjoyed it.
See, he seems content with all of it.
That's the only time I've
He
ever.
did get joy. That's true.
He enjoyed getting ED.
Yeah, enjoy having. Which I kind of get in a way. It's
You're
one
a big
less
cocked
thing.
animal like him?
Yeah, it's one less thing to worry about in your life, I suppose. But I'm sure he'll be in at some point, Justin.
I hope.
I'm surprised he's not on that list of Justin Red already.
I'm stunned. Yeah. Jesus. Who knows? What's going on at BuyMike.net?
We just put up the Harvey Picar episode.
Oh, yeah.
Why are you laughing?
Yeah, I gotta listen to that.
Very interesting guy. Part of Letterman's Whack Pack back in the late 80s. So I found that very interesting. And then we were live yesterday. So you can go check that out as well.
Letterman, he really ran away from that as time went on.
Yeah, I said, it dawned on me watching those old clips is like, he doesn't get enough credit for how influential he was to Stern. Like, I know Stern mentions Letterman a decent amount, but like, I heard even just in the way he talks, there's a lot of Stern there.
Yeah. He was the first guy to put Stern on nationally.
Yeah.
Like Stern was on the walk because they were in the building together.
Yeah.
So yeah, for sure. Yeah,
but yeah, it was cool to see like Letterman because like my whole you ran away from that a lot at the CBS show, and he only had Harvey Picar on once on CBS, and I
remember that.
My diagnosis of it was like kind of a nod to his old fans, like, hey, I still got it a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
But he was trying to be more, and that's why Harvey Picar wasn't on for like 5 years because of that fight they had.
Yeah.
Where he was calling out GE.
Right. I would say for my sense of humor, Letterman is the most important figure in my life.
Wow.
For me growing up, like the late night Letterman show till I was like 17 or 18 on NBC. Letterman formed Letterman formed sarcasm for me.
Yeah.
Like I knew it, but like watching him on NBC, the first year or two at CBS, he was a little bit of it, but he went to 11:30 and he knew he had to change a little bit, and he did. Yeah. He became very corporatized and political, became a cranky old liberal and
Well, I even loved Letterman, like even in the late years. I remember in college watching where he had kids on doing science project, and you could tell he didn't even really give a shit
Did not
anymore.
care.
But like he made it, him not caring kind of was funny.
Very funny, yeah.
But like he was such an influence on all the guys I like.
Oh my, the biggest.
Completely, yeah.
I
couldn't care less, Mick. Doesn't even make sense.
It's a terrible drop. Just want to get that in, I guess.
I was called couldn't care less. And I wanted.
Well, yeah, but
he was talking about Letterman not caring.
The Mick part of it.
It wasn't.
No, that's not bad.
Yeah, but he already said he couldn't care less, though.
Imagine me saying it in that tone.
Very passionate about Letterman, I suppose.
I don't give a fuck.
Okay, there you go. Just play a totally random one, Justin.
Let's see.
Hold on. We'll see if we can. It's not like a famous. Let's see if I can guess when it happened in the context of it.
Okay.
I'm going to guess I'm not going to get this right.
What the fuck?
That was
Montante, right?
Yeah.
I mean, how would I possibly? What is it? Do you know the context or not?
I don't.
Oh, makes the game pretty interesting.
Should we put the game music on for this?
Chung chung. What is that?
Is that Chung Chung?
Yeah, that's Julie DeCaro making.
Oh, it's Julie DeCaro. I thought it was the other Julie.
Oh,
that's funny.
High five, dudes.
Thanks, Julie.
I can't handle hearing a woman talk about sports.
She's off Twitter, right?
Not wrong.
Oh yeah, she's on
Blue Sky.
No, she
Oh.
actually she left Blue Sky because they weren't doing enough to protect women. It was
too radical.
So,
Jesus,
I'm not just. She's on I think she might be on Threads now.
Jesus,
She's on 4chan. She's circled back around.
Oh, this is gonna rock those New York guys. I said they retweet out the physical part. Rico's not gonna like that.
Oh,
what can you do? They're the ones talking all the shit.
No physical contact.
Yeah, exactly.
Done my thing.
Exactly.
Is Rico in the room with me?
Exactly. I thought he was calling in. Is that Graham Bennett? Anything else, Justin?
No, not much.
No. What are you gonna do for the 4th of July?
4th of July.
America's a date of independence.
Probably gonna eat some hot dogs. Just hang out.
The pool?
Pool's open. I don't know what the temperature's supposed to be like, but
probably warm. I think July 4th.
I hope so.
Yeah. You guys don't do it. You just kind of hang out at the pool.
Yeah, I won't be going anywhere or doing anything. Just kind of chilling by the pool.
How about you, Gus?
I'll probably be in Bristol. Go see some old friends. They live on the parade route, so go watch America's oldest 4th of July celebration.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Wow. Like a parade, you mean? Or?
Yeah, it started in 1780 something, and
Really?
every year they've done something, at least religious ceremonies, but the parade's been usually on. So.
Do you dress up like a founding father?
That's a fucking.
There are some pictures. There are some pictures of me. I used to go ham for the 4th of July.
It was like that stands for hard as a motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
It was a 24-hour drink-a-thon, and I drank.
What would you dress up as?
I mean, I had suits that shorts, red shorts, blue
God.
star. Yeah.
Gussie tells you this. Gussie tells you that.
Jesus, you know any Mike or
no?
No, Sam. I don't know. It's just too much. I don't know. I'm a big fireworks guy. I'm a big parade guy.
Might surprise you. I'm not a big fireworks guy.
Yeah,
just loud noises.
Even as a kid, I was like, "Does this end at some point?" Yeah. Like it's like we used to go to Boston every year. My dad would drive, and everyone would be like, "Oh," and you're like, "Can this stop, please?" I just want to go home. I want to go to bed and read my books.
Yeah.
But 4th of July is 4th of July. So everyone just, hopefully it's a nice quiet week. Well, I guess we're going to practice this weekend, right? Do we know where?
Yeah, we'll try to find it. I know Cliff has a spot in Seekonk.
Didn't that flame out the first time though, or no?
No, it was good.
Oh, you guys wound up doing
When
it.
he couldn't make.
Yeah. That was good.
Yeah, it was a good spot.
I like the conch.
That's a nice spot. Shut up. It's a nice spot. Walked in last night. Cliff had his hat on shooting. I'm like, this is basketball, Cliff. Cliff was pretty good last night, though.
Oh, good.
Yeah, he's got the hustle aspect down pat. Like,
Yeah, he doesn't know spacing, but like, as like a sort of agent of chaos for a few minutes here and there.
Have a nice life.
Cliff could, there it is. Cliff could be, what does Cliff do for a job?
I have no idea.
Do we know this? Has it been established?
I don't think he had a job when he was originally coming on, and then he has a job now.
That's good. That's good.
They say read or delivered.
Okay. And Josh and James are locked in for the game.
Yes.
Okay. Everyone's locked in. We got to figure out the pre-show crew now. Brando's out.
Well, but it was Ted and Bobby last time.
Okay. Probably be Ted, Bobby, and Colleen, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Colleen's going to alpha those guys, though.
But then he does this thing where he's like, I'm not even really part of this. I'm not good at it. I don't like it. But he does dominate.
Yeah, he loves doing it, though. That's the thing. So.
Any flights from Sweden booked in general time? Because I know it was on the roster, and he's on the roster as a DNP.
So is Dana Beers, though.
Well, I mean, I don't think that, but he's no longer on the roster, though. Because he's not part of New York anymore. He's Chicago. He's gone.
Oh. That's true. We have 90 guys. Which is very unusual for us.
It was just a thought, because I saw that, what was it, his son just did something.
Yeah. We have 15 guys.
That's Greg.
Well, people didn't know.
There he is.
What was that, Greg?
Just fuck.
That was nice.
Not bad.
Oh, no.
Is that Jared?
Yeah.
What was that?
That was Jared saying that was nice.
That would have been big. If you could have brought in Jared to play against Barstool, New York.
On the reg.
Huge.
Could have been a big moment.
He's a shit stain on the American public.
Let's hate the president. When is Montate coming and speaking of that debate?
I don't know when he's up next.
Yeah. Oh, whenever he's in the area?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. All right. Like I said, this is going to be a quick one today. So we're back next week. Back full at it next week. You were going to get 2 shows this week, by the way. We were going to do that Tucker thing. Steve was just going to produce it. We were just going to drop it on KMS on like Thursday.
Oh.
I think was the plan.
So is Steve going to be on Tucker's podcast? I was a little confused by that.
I'm confused as well.
Be on...
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because that'd be huge.
I assume if Tucker's buying it and doing it, it'll be on his.
Right.
It'd be weird not to.
It says so on the trailer that dropped, it says available now because they have a whole documentary section on the Tucker Carlson website.
Yeah.
It's not up there yet, so I'm assuming it's going to go up there later.
What was your original title?
High Crimes is pretty good.
It was just called Triad Weed.
Yeah. Double meaning.
Yeah, I get it.
Triad Weed, I think it was.
Yeah.
Oh, it was just called Triad Weed, yeah.
Triad Weed, the movie or something?
Changed it.
Changed everything.
Steve. That's strange.
Do you think this is going to be like
Tucker
Star Wars where people they kind of like the old version? It's before all the
Did they get rid of that racist music at the beginning or no?
Right.
I don't know. Actually, probably plays throughout now.
Tucker just going, this is disgusting.
Starts laughing like Steve.
That's if Steve was on Tucker's show. If there was a cap you could put on smug laughter.
Oh God!
I don't know if they could.
The beauty of Steve is he's going to talk down to Tucker, though.
I like that.
I do like that.
I'm excited to watch that.
Oh fuck yes! Yeah, I'm excited. I'm very happy for Steve. Do you have that music, Justin, or not?
I can't find it.
But
he found Greg Puller laughing, but he can't find that music.
It's the music you expect if you didn't watch the episode. So yeah, keep an eye on that from Steve. Go to blindmike.net. Go subscribe. Thank you. Go subscribe. Blind Mike Project.
Thanks.
And you want to promote Gus?
No.
You work on anything or no? Last time you said you were working on something.
Well, the Gus show, it's still in development.
In what way?
It's just, I've made I have a lot of ideas and I rush into them. So I'm trying to not do that. And I'm actually.
To not have ideas?
No, well, I mean, not have ideas is.
To not rush into it.
Yeah.
You're
So,
definitely not rushing into it.
I want to, I have.
You're just lying, right?
No,
Okay,
I'm
go
actually
ahead.
not. I actually work.
Not.
The show idea I had, I was on the way back from the Barstool game. Kevin in Bristol and I actually came up with an outline about it.
What is it?
It's called Stereotypes.
Stereotypes.
Oh God, Gus.
Go ahead, let's hear it.
So it's basically
You drove back and forth with Kevin to this game?
to the one in
The one we won.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And it's so the idea of the show is where there's research.
It's a good idea.
It's research. What do I call it? Oh, Where's my phone? I actually.
This feels like something where these guys are going to be like, the documentary started as a thing about KMS basketball. But then Gus said something.
Where was it? It's called Stereotypes.
We got that.
And there's 3 parts of it. There's history, observation, application.
Where's the research?
It's in history.
Gotcha.
So ideally, I would have someone from academia, and I would talk with them about where stereotypes formed, like where's the origin from them, why they are.
Like why Jewish people are cheap.
Like that would be the stereotype.
Okay. Yeah.
And then
lick my balls, you fucking racist.
Wait a minute. Go ahead.
And then observation is I just go to some area and I
observe them being cheap.
I just observe if it's true or not.
Are you a Jew?
No one talk. Let him do it.
And then
you tip 12%.
And the last part is application, where I go in someone within the community and we go and we just show off these stereotypes and why they're negative or positive.
Show off.
Like you have the comedic embellishment side of things. And then it's kind of like you get the history of it if it's bad, and then there's the entertainment. It's something that there's something there.
I don't even know what it is.
Thank God this will never happen.
All right, Chang, let's go for a ride.
This is happening.
But
what's his name?
So like we had
Trung, yeah.
Trung. There you go. Mike's episode right there.
Drunk Irishman, like go to a bar and get drunk with an Irish guy.
Are you gonna watch a Chinese person solve a math equation?
Better than me?
I guess. All right, so Irish person. Okay,
so like a drunk Irish person,
Right.
and then like I thought of this in the dream episode.
The dream episode.
I have a dream episode.
Let me
If
hear
this
it.
all works out, I'm going to Jamaica.
It's Father's Day. I'm in a certain neighborhood.
Everyone's alone. So you're in Jamaica.
I'm in Jamaica, and just go into the whole Jamaicans are stoners and just try to outsmoke a Jamaican.
That's your dream?
That's the dream episode of it.
Huh. That's not really a stereotype.
Yes, it is.
I guess
it most certainly is. You think of Jamaica, you think of weed. That's a stereotype.
I suppose.
But I don't get. Okay. Why? How much progress have you made so far? Since you drove back from the game.
Just ideas for the show and how I want to.
Like what? What do you got? This is flashbacks to Gus lying to me, just.
Clothes and sex toy shopping with a gay man in Provincetown.
Clothes and sex. Okay. Yeah.
One of them.
Today we're gonna watch an Italian beat his wife.
One of them was math competitions with an Asian.
Yep, math competitions with an Asian.
Christ.
By the way, I actually want a green light. I want a green light this show now.
White privilege.
What's it take to get this funded?
White privilege.
Overprotective fathers from down south.
If you do the first episode,
try to fuck a 16-year-old from down south.
No, I'm saying like overprotective
grab her ass
fathers.
or something. Yeah.
No, like the stereotype of.
Yeah, but
like,
how are you going to put that on display?
How are you going to prove it's not true?
But what if it is?
But it's how big is the sample size?
So the goal of the show is to prove that stereotypes.
No, I'm not saying it's true.
Correct.
The bigger aspect of it, the more important thing is going to be the interviews with the person from like a university or a college, community college, whatever I can get my hands on, or like a respected community leader who has.
Are you a single mother? Yes. Are you saying no? Yes, we got one. Let's go. I don't get what, but it seems like a very small sample size.
Yeah, but it's a starting point. And it's just like to bring highlights and I think
bring highlights
to bring attention to stereotypes, both good and bad. And
why?
Because it was an idea I had.
No, but why bring attention to it?
Because it's 2025 and we need more attention brought to things. And I think it could be funny and entertaining and educational.
I want the first episode to be the Asian drivers.
Okay.
And it's on our network, right? You only do it on our network.
Yeah, of course.
Is Kevin from Bristol involved?
No.
Okay.
He was just an idea bouncing back and forth.
Yeah, he's the consultant.
And I just feel like you guys are trying to get blood out of the stone when it comes to Trump.
Not anymore.
Not anymore.
Did Trung drive?
Finally has a purpose.
Oh God,
We're going to find out.
Great driver.
Oh, well, there you go.
That's what I'm saying.
Interesting. Okay. Well, if you ask a question, I can get the answer. Stereotypes.
I'm very excited.
Stereotypes.
I literally thought it was going to be like a play on words, and they were like looking at old stereos.
That was also another. That was someone throw that idea out to me too.
No,
they didn't. There's no fucking way anyone threw that out.
Swear to God.
Who did that?
This guy I play games with, Zach. He's like, you should just go to like Radio Shacks and.
Radio Shacks?
Are they still in existence?
No, Radio Shack don't exist. But he was like saying like that, like go review radios, and I was like, that's actually kind of funny.
You could do two stereotypes at the same time.
I could.
Yeah, you could do a dueling stereotype show. Why not? Do it.
Like the degenerate gambler in Vegas. Go to a pawn shop.
I don't
Follow him
know.
to a pawn shop.
This
Here
show
we go.
harasses an Asian guy and then looks at old radios.
Yes. With the Asian guy after. They bring the guy after. It's like the wrap-up show. Well, there you go. All right. Well, Gus, good to see you. I'll see you hopefully before the game. Justin, enjoy your holiday. Mike, you as well. We'll see you guys next week. Full week of shows next week. We'll be back. What were you going to say, Justin?
Do you have the Milton's?
Oh, Milton's for men. Of course, store for men. Mutt looking good at the trivia the other night. We'll have 4th of July. Go check it out this week. Be out in the hot weather. Wear your comfortable Milton's clothes. Your shorts, your t-shirts, your Tommy Bahama, your Vineyard Vine, your Johnny O, all your great stuff. South Shore Plaza Braintree, Chestnut Chestnut Hill. And, of course, at Burlington Mall, their newest location. Miltons.com. Take a look around. Buy one, get one free suit event continues to roll on as we speak. It's holiday week. Go swing by the mall if you're in the area. Go check out any of those 3 great locations. Or go to Miltons.com to get your clothes. We thank them as always. Justin, we'll see you next week. Gus, you as well. Mike, buy Mike.net, buy Mike Project. Go subscribe. We'll talk to you next week. Goodbye.